This is day 3 of your home training program for the DW8 8-week challenge. A little bit different to days 1 and 2. Today you're going to do a circuit, which means you're going to do 5 movements, one after the other, and you're going to repeat 3 rounds. The first movement is a prone, which means lying on your front, scapular, which is shoulder blades, depression. Prone, scapular, depression. It looks like this. Start by lying on your front, and you're not trying to lift your back off the ground. What I want you to do is roll your shoulder blades back, and then hover the arms off the ground, and I want you to imagine you're trying to reach your toes down, your fingers down to your toes, and what you should be feeling is almost a burning sensation through the bottom of your shoulder blades because you're trying to depress them down. And you're going to hold it for 20 seconds. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. If you can't quite do 20 seconds with that, do 2 sets of 10. Your next movement is going to be a walking lunge. This is your walking lunge. You're going to be doing 20 reps. That's 10 on each leg. It's a little bit easy. Of course, you can do more. And up it to 15 on each leg. And then I would recommend doing 10 and then walking back. If you're short on space, you can just do a forward lunge and step back. So your third movement in this series is a front raise. So we're using the muscles on the front of the shoulder. Trusty old band again. 1 foot on the band, roll shoulder blades back, and from there, bring the front of your fists up into the air. Note how I'm not locking my elbow, I'm keeping a little bit of softness there. Again, 20 of those. If it's a little bit too challenging and the band's too strong for you, an alternative would be to come down into a kneeling position. This will not put as much tension in the band and make it a bit more manageable. Your fourth movement in the series is a hip thrust march. You did a very similar movement in day 2. This time you're not going to be going up and down with your hips. You're actually going to keep your hips where they are, but you're going to lift 1 foot off the ground whilst trying to keep your hips up. Really focus on squeezing here. If you find it's a little bit too hard to straighten your leg, what you can do is just hold this here, focus on squeezing your bottom. Trust me, this is just as challenging. And your last movement of the series is a dead bug. Start by lying down on your back, draw your knees to your chest, hands down to the ground. 2 things to focus on. Tilt your pelvis back so you take any daylight away from underneath you. Get rid of the daylight, but also draw your rib cage down. From there, keep that tension there. Send opposite arm and leg away, bring it back in, alternate to the other side. If you find yourself rib flaring or the back arching, bring the arms back in and don't travel out as far. Shorten the distance. Alternatively, keep the hands down and just focus on the legs. So that is the end of your day 3. You're going to do 3 rounds of those 5 movements. Let me know how you get on. Bye-bye.